Hey guys, welcome to Operation Crypto. It is time for an update on Matic. We've not looked at Polygon for maybe a few months now, so we'll have a look at what's going on in terms of price action, which, as you guessed it, is down, down, down. The rest of the market just looks horrific. We had that shakeout on Bitcoin yesterday, which brought us down to around, down towards that line there. I mentioned a tweet yesterday, I said, look, this is a weekly picture for Bitcoin here. We've tapped this line several times. If you look at 5 times, we've tapped that line exactly, come down close to it. So I said, yes, it looked 35,500 looks likely. I was expecting the DXY to drop. To be honest, the dollar looked like it were going to die off and then smash right through to all-time highs, didn't it? So the markets are very, very unstable at the minute, but all it is presenting us with is opportunities. I've lost Matic. Where's it gone? So what we need to do throughout this video is have a look at some key levels, some ones that we could use to our advantage, because if the prices continue to drop, we need to have a look at some levels where we can buy, because at some stage the market will bounce, whether that's tomorrow or whether that's in a year's time. It's going to bounce at some point, and it will bounce off some levels of support. So while we're on the weekly, we might as well just start looking at this. And all-time highs is quite a distance away now. If we look at that mark, there we was up at $2.92, and ever since those highs, so far we've dropped around 64%, which in comparison to some altcoins is not too bad. I mean, as you can see, we are now in a level of support here. Let's mark it up as well. So look at this region here. As you can see, double wicks here, double wicks here. So this is an area the price really needs to cling on to, because I think if we do lose this level, you're going to come down to test this region around here. I mean, usually when I'm putting levels of support resistance, and I'm looking for at least 3 taps of that area. You've not got one here, you're not going here, but you can tend to do it in a separate way. You can try and grab a few wicks with a box. So that could be a bit of a demand zone down there if the price did continue to drop. So that could be a weekly demand zone down at around 57 cents. So that's probably a significant drop from current prices. I mean, if we drop from current prices down to this level, you're talking another 50% drop into that area. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Let's hope at some stage we do manage to get a good reaction across the markets. It's not looking good. The macro outlook on things are looking bad. I just saw a glimpse of Ted and Trader X's stream yesterday, and mentioned something about the US Fed are going to start to pull out $1.1 million a minute like that from the market. So things could get a little bit tasty, and that dollar is just going to keep pumping up. While that's pumping up, though, like I say, it's dragging Bitcoin down, it's dragging everything else down with it. So I think if you're looking for buys, I would just start laddering in from now, to be honest. We're at a crucial level of support, so we either react or die. And then if we do start coming down, you're going to look down to that 58 cent region. I don't think we'll come in lower on that, to be honest. I think that looks like a solid area. In terms of Fibonacci, if you look at the entire move, we've lost that 786 level now, which usually, over the bigger scheme of things on a weekly time frame, you need to bounce at that 786 level, and it has lost that level, and we've come down to support. So I mean, the next level is down towards here. That would be a full retracement of that entire move, which would be nasty, very, very nasty. Looking at the moving averages on a weekly time frame, we are coming towards that period now where the bearish cross is imminent. And over the next few weeks, if that does cross over, you're going to see a bit of a long swooping move down here with a price, and hopefully we'll start to see some significant rises in the future. But for any type of bullish price action, the price really needs to recover back above this level here. So, I mean, you could use that as a take profit zone. If you're managing to buy around here, around $1, potentially look at around 139, 147 for a bit of a TP zone, because breaking above that is going to be critical. Dropping down to a daily time frame, as you can see, we nearly formed a bit of a bullish cross there, didn't we? The price was pushing up here. We nearly formed that bullish cross, but then the price just died off, didn't it? We've had that bearish cross up here back on the 21st of January. We've had a few rises, and we've managed to get back above that moving average 50. Usually when you get back above that 50, it's time for bullish price action, but in a bearish case, it's just continued to drop, and the markets have looked very, very bleak. Like I say, again, if you're looking for profit, you can use this moving average 20 here around 122, and then use it on that weekly time frame. But I think if we, for any bullish action, we need to get back above that moving average 20 on the weekly time frame. So we mentioned buy zone. I would start buying from this region here. I think it's a good level. You can see we've had a great reaction so far. The last The last 5 weekly daily candles really reacted nicely to this level of support, and that's happened in the past days. You can see it was a major support level here back in September 2021. We did lose it here, but then regained it and formed that next narrative up. So that's a key area for me. I think if we don't bounce it, it's going to get nasty, and you then can start to look at buys down here. So I would buy some here. I wouldn't go balls deep, but I would just look to buy some here. And if we do lose that level, start getting a few daily closures below it, you probably could expect that we're going to come down to this area of liquidity down here at 58 cents. So that's my thoughts on that. Just a key point as well, that on a daily time frame, we have hit that oversold territory, and we have a good little reaction so far down there. So let's see if it will maintain that reaction, because every time we have hit this level down here, if you look in the past, we had a good rise and went on to new all-time highs, and the same here again. Let's see if we can push up. I'm not going to say that's going to happen. There's a higher chance that the price is going to reject to this level and going to come down to this region. So use that level as a bit of an area to monitor. And if it does lose this level, then you know you're going to really get some buys down at this region. So that's buy levels. Sell zones, I'm not going to go too much into. I just say look to take profit around 120. And if we do get any price action above that 50, I think we'll probably start looking for a bit of an increase in price. We will just finish off by looking at BTC pairing, which is very, very similar. As Bitcoin has started to lose ground, altcoins have been following it down, and that's, I don't think the Bitcoin pairs have dropped too much in consideration. If you look at those highs to there, we've only done 52% since the US dollar pair hit those highs, and we have started to sell off. I think if you're looking for buys on this pair, then you're going to look down towards this region around here. As you can see, we had a nice bounce back in July 21, then a nice bounce in October 21. So if you're looking for buys in the BTC pair, look at around 2,100 Satoshis. In terms of a drop, you're probably looking from current prices down to there, another 27% move, which is definitely not out of a question. So, I mean, if you're looking for take profit, I've got that region marked up already at 3,500 sats if the price just start pushing up. But all in all, so like I say, the markets are looking a little bit bleak. It's been red for weeks and weeks and weeks, and that's what bear markets are. They're horrific to watch, and if you're managing to hold and you see your portfolio just continue to drop, I mean, you eventually get used to it. Personally, I managed to have a 25% BTC position, 25% dollar position, then the rest altcoins. And if it drops, it drops. I'm bullish on crypto. This is something I do on a day-to-day basis. So long term, even though the markets do look horrific, we will see those rises return. So just hold on. Things will start to get better before you know it. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.